Hello, 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 everyone. We are already in 2026, and we thank God. We thank God and our ancestors to give us another opportunity to try again. This is a new year. This is a new year, and then we need to try afresh and keep on doing what we were doing, and then strengthen whatever that was weak, and also rectify where we went wrong. Okay, because it's a journey, it's a long journey. This is a TBR SSF show, which simply means TBR Solution Sports Forum. With me, the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe. I'm not by myself, I'm with you. The Kaufela, Sisonke, Singwe, Rotle, we are together, also some. The beat goes on. Now, we are back. AFCON is still on. A lot is happening. English Premier League is continuing. Um, while other leagues have taken break. Football content is out there, so we'll continue to share the information that we have. When I listened to Dr. Patrice Motsepe, what he said, they want to align all the programs of our football, which is Africa, with Europe and the World Cup, all the international tournaments. I heard somebody say, no, why do we succumb? We should keep doing it in January. But if you ask me, I agree with that because we need to give the players a break. Players are human beings. They need a break. They need to have time with their families. So we cannot just treat them as robots. So that for me, it makes sense. So I support that. Now, this morning when I woke up, I got good news. A friend of mine, guys that I grew up with, Vincent Matsimela. Vin Matsimela, his brother Vic, Titiza, Steve, and then Brajev. We all grew up together at Titeng. So they are family friends, and then I grew up with them. These are friends who have been there for me. I was telling Vin the other day and say, you know what? What I appreciate about you guys, you have never betrayed me because friends do betray, you know. And as I say, your job is to continue to build relationship. If the relationship tend to be sour, just move out nicely without bad mouthing anyone because you'll never know when you'll need that bridge. So these guys, I've been with them for many, many years and they've been there for me. So Vincent was telling me that one day he listened to Ikakasi FM. They were interviewing DJ Spoo. And DJ Spoo was paying tribute to the contribution that I made in his life. So, well, I wasn't aware of that, but I knew that I worked with him at Tembisa Radio first before he became the voice of Tembisa. And then I interviewed him while I was at the voice of Tembisa. So, and when I heard that, I said, no, you know what? I don't even have Spoo's number. I haven't seen Spoo for many, many years. I haven't spoken to him. I haven't seen him. Because normally when people say that, I appreciate and I would like to extend my thanks to them. Because it's always good when people appreciate you while you're still alive. So I said, I don't have contact. I'll simply post it on Facebook. Maybe one day you'll be able to see it. To say, Boo, thank you so much for recognizing the contribution that made to you. To be honest with you, not much contribution I've made to you. You've always been a goal getter. You've always fighting. You're a fighter. I know you being a fighter. And I'm not surprised seeing what you are doing today. That's good that I know. But I appreciate if you feel that I've made some contribution. And this is not for the first time somebody told me that you're at Metro. with a very old friend of mine, Bra Louis Chakwane. You also mentioned me there. I really appreciate. I want to say thank you so much because you're not obliged to do that. You could have just do whatever that you do and continue. So I posted this, and then in the process, one of my mentees responded, which is the current mayor of Ekurhuleni, Nkosi Ndiphile Xhakaza. I come a long way with him. One of my mentees, sorry, as you can see myself and him there. I can't remember which year, I think it's 2 years back. He was going to plant trees at Mastaga's secondary school where I used to teach him. And then he invited me to be part of the event. So I went there and then just to be there. And then so he also responded to say, no, Bra Saubrey, I'll give you the number of DJ Spoo. I got the numbers. Unfortunately, it seems as if Spoo does not have a WhatsApp, but it's fine. And then, I really, really and sincerely thank you guys and you, Doctor. Remember now, life is a dynamic thing. You know, I used to mentor you, but now you are my leader. You are my leader. You are my mayor at Ekurhuleni, so you are my leader. And guess what? It also happened at some point. My son Frank Casino was performing in Cape Town, and then he told me that Premier Panyaza Lusufi approached him to say, "Look, I'm what I am because of your dad." And then I said, "No, I appreciate." But I've been hearing all those things. Panyaza has been telling a lot of people. But I never took it that serious, to be honest. We used to call each other Hopan. We still do that even today. But he's a premier now. He's my leader too. So I sent a WhatsApp to him. 5 minutes after, then he called me and then we started chatting. I said, Hopan, thank you so much for appreciating the little that one did. Although I did nothing. You know, you were a leader on your own. So I appreciate. So yeah, so I wanted to say that to say thank you guys. I really appreciate. So I started 2026 on a positive note, and then yeah, and then remember I was talking about we need to fight the scourge of alcohol. All right. I know people talk about drug abuse, but if you can start with alcohol and smoking, those basics, I'm telling you, we can go a long way. So all the books that I write, I always impart knowledge on life skills and doing with the ills. So one of the things that I appreciate with these CASI tournaments, they take our children away from the streets. And it was also nice to see that Lieutenant General Mkwanazi also staged one of those events in KZN. Which is really good. Big up, Lieutenant. I think 2025, you were the big newsmaker because, you created the dialogue. This is the event of Lieutenant General Kwanazi, and then I think he organized girls and boys, which is good because we need to appreciate everybody, everybody. So, yeah, those are some of the exciting news that I wanted to share before I can start the show. To say big up to all those people who are doing those events. It is quite pleasing. And I've seen that MK too, they are staging their own events. They'll be happening in Davidton, which is just not far from me. And then, yeah, you know very well that the former President Jacob Zuma, is very adamant on issues of alcohol abuse. He just wants to see those things to be dealt with. So let me share the tournament of MK in Davidton, as you can see here. It's happening on the 4th of January 2026 from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We see that at Maboya Sports Ground, I see that President Zuma is there, and then they say he will be interacting with the people because we need this kind of event, because these events, they really, really build the social fiber that we need. Keep up the good work, everybody. I've shared the one of Makasela. I know that the Phillies games are continuing. There are a lot of games, continue to keep our children out of the streets and away from alcohol abuse and drug abuse. So big up for the good job that everybody is doing. Today, what I want us to discuss, I follow every podcast and listen. One of the people that I follow is SoccerBeat by Peter Detroit, a very good friend of mine. I've interviewed Peter before he started his own podcast. And then, and we are talking that even this year, I'll be talking to him, I'll interview him sometime during the course of this year. Peter Detroit is doing a very good job with SoccerBeat. He says, according to the reliable source, according to him, there is a possibility that Pitso Mosimane may coach Mamelodi Sundowns again. And not only that, and then he also alleges that Rhulani Mokwena may join Kaizer Chiefs. So the question that I would like to ask you, do you think it will be a good thing for Pitso to go to Mamelodi Sundowns? Or do you think Rhulani Mokwena will turn things around at Kaizer Chiefs? So what's your take? I want to hear your opinion as far as that is concerned. Not forgetting that there's AFCON, and then I'll give you the fixture around AFCON. So those are some of the things that we need to look at. If you ask me, I think it's natural that Pitso should go back to Mamelodi Sundowns. That's according to me. We know that Mamelodi Sundowns is what it is because of the contribution of Pitso Mosimane. And Pitso have already indicated that he loves Mamelodi Sundowns. So it was nice. It was pleasing to see that they've smoked a peace pipe with Dr. Patrice Motsepe. Although I saw he has been made to pay 10 million. I hope they can even waive that one. But well, it's up to Dr. Patrice Motsepe to decide. But I'm happy to see that Pitso goes back to Mamelodi Sundowns. I've always believed that if there's any team that Pitso can coach, is Mamelodi Sundowns or Bafana Bafana. Although Bafana Bafana, I've got some other issues. As much as I want Pitso to take over, but Hugo Bros has already made a recommendation that Nane should take over. So we'll watch the space and what's going to unfold. The other thing that I want to ask, I saw somewhere, some podcast saying Bruce must go. Hugo Bruce. I don't know why people come up with such things. I think Hugo Bruce has done well. Guys, as much as we can have differences with Hugo Bruce, he has done well. Yes, of course, the past 3 games were not good, to be honest. I saw Sithole being interviewed in one of the podcasts. I think it's Lorenzo. He was saying, although he didn't want to take responsibility, it was a collective responsibility. But I think him as an individual, he has cost us a lot. But he says they talked about it, that this performance that they are displaying is not their usual performance. So they are prepared to up the game. For me, even if you don't win this tournament, I don't think it will be progressive to let Hugo Bros to leave. Allow Hugo Bros to continue with the boys to the World Cup and see how far we can go. And I can tell you, we need 1 or 2 wins. We will definitely take this AFCON. This cup, it will come home. Even if you don't win it, allow Hugo Bros to continue. I take my hats off to him. He has changed a lot. Yes, of course. I've seen that he was playing very defensive the 3 games because he was playing with 1 striker. All right. But I don't know what was informing him. But what I like about Hugo Bros, he always changes, And one of the people who was very disappointing for me, especially the last game, was Moremi. Moremi was very disappointing. The previous game before the last game, he was a catalyst. He's the one who helped us to win. And Lyle Foster is a continuous threat and is doing well. So those are some of the things that I have in mind as far as AFCON is concerned. Okay, I also want to share what you call the fixture for the AFCON. All right. Now, the fixture for AFCON, as you can see there, Senegal will be playing Sudan, Mali will be playing Tunisia, and then Tanzania, they're playing, I think, Morocco. And then we as South Africa will be playing Cameroon, Egypt will be playing Benin, Nigeria will be playing Mozambique, Algeria will be playing DRC Congo, Cote d'Ivoire, they'll be playing Burkina Faso. Very exciting to see Burkina Faso is doing well. And then in the SADC region, it's us and Mozambique and DRC who are still holding the flag. And I hope the SADC teams will continue to the next round. And we want to play the final, not play only the final. We want to win the final. I don't know what to take. Now, when people start saying, no, Hugo Bros must leave and all that, I start to get worried because that will take us, it will take our eyes off the ball. All right? This is not the time to be arguing about what. I'm always arguing and say Hugo Bros is a human being. He tried some activities. If they don't work, it's not his fault. Remember, when you try these things, you don't know whether it will work or not until it goes on in the field of play. Then you can see this one is working or is not working. So yeah, we are looking forward to see what's going to happen. And then, and I'm convinced we'll win the game on Saturday against Cameroon. And then although Cameroon, they also want to win. As you can see, Samuel Eto'o is there to support them, which is quite good. But we really need this win. I didn't share the previous winners of the tournament. We know that Egypt is leading so far. So I hope probably I'll share that tomorrow. No, today is on Saturday. When you do the show for Saturday morning, maybe I'll be able to share that one so that you can see. But let me remind you that we are a financial company. We are educating, and then that is why I was talking about those events, alcohol abuse, because whatever that we do, we must show responsibility. We must show the level of responsibility. We must be in the process of building the nation. That should be what we should do. That should what we should focus on. Now, some of the books that we have on our bookstore, one of them is this one by Dr. Darlene Small. It's called The Art of Money, How to Win the Wealth Game. All right. Dr. Darlene Small worked for the Reserve Bank for 33 years as an advisor to the governors of the Reserve Bank. She's an economist by profession. So just listen. It's a very nice book, easy to understand. You can listen what she says. And then here's another one, Entrepreneur Awaken with a Drive. This is Nom Samasbugo, hailing from Emalahleni or Wheatbank, if you'd like to, especially some of us, the old guards, we still know that place as Wheatbank. And then she's doing this book, and then she's running a very successful business, hospitality business. And one of the books that I wrote, which is my first book, Secrets for Becoming Rich, this is a second edition. I also have the first edition. So if you want those books, please don't hesitate to contact us. And one of the books that I'm promoting here is the one by Robert Marawa. Robert hasn't told me to promote it, but I read the book. I like the book. And then it's always to learn. And then I talk to people in football. One of the guys that I talk to most of the time is Homoto Mukwena from Sunday World. We need to document the history of our football so that people know what happened. So Krim Shelele is the name of the book by Robert Marawa. A very nice story. Lay your hands to the book. It's a nice one. I'm still talking to Robert. I want to interview him. Whether he comes or not, but I'll continue to promote the book. It doesn't matter because, the picture is bigger than that. Then the other one is this one, how to get out of bad debt and use other people's money and resources to get rich. So it's one of our offering, which you can get it from us. And then also there is this one, which I wrote, I think that was in 2011, which I wrote, and then Nom Samasbugo read the book, and then he contacted me, and then we have been friends ever since till today. The book is called How I Turned 500 Rand into $1 million business. You can do the same. Anyone can do it. If I can, why not you? And this one, it is also come in the form of an ebook, which you can find it on Amazon if you want the book. So those are some of the titles that we have to educate people about. Now, the purpose of this book is to educate, but it doesn't end there. We also have what you call a membership club, which is a mentoring program. Those people who wants to learn about money also wants to learn about money. There is another book by Andile Mkitama, and then I'll be showing you, and then it will be released in January. So then I can tell you how to access that book. It's very important that we read as people, okay? Yeah. So as I said, we have a mentoring program, and not only mentoring program, we also give financial products. Currently, we are assisting the members of GPF, those who are 55 years and above, who wants to leave, but they want to save on penalties and taxation. And then we show them how can you avoid tax at all, as long as you follow the rules of taxation. So if you want to be assisted in that regard, don't hesitate to give us a call. Yeah. So other news that I got, Peter Stirrup, I don't know whether I'll be having him on Saturday. I hear that Man City, they are really apologies. I got cut while I was still talking to you. I think I was pressing something and then I pressed something that is wrong. But nevertheless, the beat goes on. As I said to you, the question for today What's your take about Pitso Mosimane joining Mamelodi Sundowns? These are the rumors that we hear. And then what about Rhulani joining Kaizer Chiefs? Remember, Rhulani is doing well in Algeria. He's leading, and Rhulani's influence is seen in the AFCON. So, what's your take? Do you think it's a good move by Pitso or by Mamelodi Sundowns or Kaizer Chiefs? But if you ask me, Pitso and Mamelodi Sundowns is what it is today is because of Pitso. So I've always said I want Pitso to go back to Mamelodi Sundowns or else come back and coach Bafana Bafana. If it comes to push, Nane took over. I won't have any problem. I think the two, they once played together at Cosmos. So it won't be an issue for them to work together. So yeah, so those are some of the things. And remember, I said one of the books that I want to share is this one by Andile Mkutama. Okay, the book is called Blacks Can't Be Racist. So lay your hands on the copy and learn about this book. So, just learn what does Andile refers to, so that at the end of the day you are empowered. It's very important that we empower ourselves with knowledge. It's not a question of us we are not knowledgeable. Very important, and to ensure that you are always knowledgeable. And then when it comes to any news, whether it's football or what, you must inform yourself, make sure that you are well informed and you understand what's happening. The power is in reading. So that is why, as TBR, we encourage people to read, do research, and then do reflection and review. All right? Yeah. So now, remember AFCON, we are still doing well as a country. Let me show you the previous winners of the AFCON. Remember, we are in the mix. Not to say we haven't won, but we still want more. But maybe before I go there, I'll share the leading top scorer. Apparently, this one, I could not get it right. Let's see. No, yeah. Remember, Lyle Lakay is one of the top guy in terms of top scorer after the group. So, which is quite good. That tells that, we are doing something that is positive. If we have a player that is there. But I want to see Mahopa playing in the next game. And then I also want to see Mahopa doing something that is positive. Now, let me share with you the previous winners of the AFCON. We are in the mix. Egypt are the leading country with 7 wins, and then followed by Cameroon with 5 wins. And remember, one of those wins, it was contributed by Hugo Bros. And then Ghana with 4, Ivory Coast with 3, Nigeria with 3, Algeria with 2, and then the DRC Congo with 2, Senegal with 1, Zambia with 1, Tunisia with 1, South Africa with 1, Morocco. We are playing Morocco. No, we are playing Cameroon. And then Morocco with 1. I'm sure they want to win another 1, 2. And then Congo with 1, Sudan with 1, and then Ethiopia with 1. So, but I see that there's still a lot of dominance in terms of West Africa and North Africa. But like I said, we are doing well as SADC, and then I'm sure you also see the influence of COSAFA. It shows that our football has improved. Gone are the days of us underestimating teams like Lesotho, Swaziland, and so on. Namibia, they are now in the party now. They're in the party now. So I'm sure we'll do well. Now, My question still stands. I want to hear your opinion. What's your take? Do you want to see Pitso joining Mamelodi Sundowns? Are you happy with that suggestion if it continues? Or are you also saying Chiefs should sign Rhulani Mokwena? We'll watch the space very closely and then, and see what's going to happen. And people, please continue to subscribe and like and also comment. I would really appreciate if you do that because once you do that, it means that you are helping us to grow, as you're helping us to grow as as a group. So that will help. And remember, I said to you guys, we also have a, Facebook, Facebook, Facebook. We also have Facebook page. So now, if you want to know more about us, you can also join our Facebook, which is called TBR TBR SSF Show, which simply means TBR Solution uh, TBR Solution Sports Forum. So you can also join that group and learn. I wanted to show you how that page looks like so that at least you know in future when you are doing this thing and then what to look for. And then as I say, please, you can please join us. And then, it seems as if I don't see that page. I don't know. But if you go to Facebook, it's called TBR Solution Sports Forum. Two, you can join it and then make a comment. Let's continue the debate. And then thank you so much for following us. Thank you so much for being with us at all times. We really appreciate your support. And then I thank you so much. Take note that at the end of the show, you'll see that I'm playing the advert by Chomani Chomani. He has written a book about his life journey, and I'm sure there's a lot to learn out of that book. So if you want to lay your hands, then just drop us a WhatsApp. I think it will be released this year, and then I'll let you know as soon as the book has been released. So yeah, so we are looking forward to it. Thank you so much appreciated. Bye bye. Hi everyone, we are back. This is a TBR Solutions, and this is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe. TBR Solution is nothing else but the big R solution. A financial company. We are dealing with financial matters. Yesterday, as I was busy with my things, I saw somebody on TikTok complain to say, look, I've lost about 300,000 on GPF. And then he said some other people lost about 200,000 and so on. So he was wondering. He said, no, we are being robbed and so on. He wants somebody who can explain what's happening. I hope he got an explanation. But let me just indicate that that we as TBR Solutions, we are dealing with the members of GPF, especially those who are 55 years and above, who will be soon be going either to pension or retiring. The purpose of our talk to the members of GPF is to assist them to save as much as they can. There is a saying that save the cents, the rands will take care of themselves. If you want to know that, and then because as TBR, we also have a mentoring program, we can show you what we mean by that. Now, if you're a member of GPF and 55 years and above, look at your benefit statement now, or maybe what you need to do, check the benefit statement before October 1 and check another benefit statement after October 1. You'll see there'll be some discrepancy. So people are wondering what's happening. No, there's nothing wrong. GPF has factored what you call the GPF actuarial factor or the GPF interest actuarial factor. Okay. So they do that every 3 years, as part of their system to, to monitor or deal with your money. And then, it's nothing wrong. There's nothing sinister there. And then as a member of GPF, you have signed for that because when you get employed, you sign an employment contract. Part of your employment contract is your money will be handled by GPF. But guess what? I can tell you that we can show you to save on penalties to save on penalties and also to save on taxation. Right. Even if they've penalized you, we can show you how to save on taxation or also show you to pay zero tax. In other words, don't pay a cent at all right? Provided you follow what the tax law requires you to do, all right? That's our job here at TBR or the Big R Financial Services, a registered and authorized financial service provider. Then you can check on the FSCA website. Our license number is FSP 47430. So we can show you how to navigate and avoid you losing. Yes, if you really want to save as much as you can, don't hesitate. You'll see a WhatsApp number, and then immediately after that WhatsApp number, just drop us a message to tell us where to get hold of you in terms of telephone numbers, and then what are your numbers, then we'll take it from there. Then we'll call you and then consult with you, and then be able to show you how can you avoid being taxed at all. So that's entirely yours, all right? And remember, whenever we show you, we are not going to bind you to work with us, but we'll show you, and then you'll make your own decision to say, look, this is how much am I going to get? This is how much I'm going to be taxed. This is how much I can save as far as taxation is concerned. So if you need that kind of an assistant, don't hesitate. Drop us a WhatsApp and say, look, I need assistance. I'm a GPF member. I'm 55 years and above, and I need your help. Please give me a call. We'll definitely do so. So hopefully this will help you. And then a WhatsApp number, it's very simple. You'll see it at the end, 067 915 1447. 067 915 1447. I thank you.